Alright, let's cut to the chase. Attack of the Clones is the worst Star Wars movie, and I'm not just referring to just the prequels or the entire saga, I mean period. It's worse than the Ewok movies, it's worse than the Clone Wars movie in 2008, and it's worse than the Christmas special. It's truly awful. I realize that I'm preaching to the choir with this video, but there are so many problems with it, I have to talk about it. Let's start with the writing. Ew. It's the best I can say. Anakin's dialogue is whiny, which is sad because I actually like Hayden Christensen. The way he and Obi-Wan talk give you the impression that they just coexist with each other, because they have to. I get it. He's an angsty teen at the time of the movie, but he's supposed to be likable too. I don't know about you guys, but I can't get behind a character that just complains and whines like his mom forced him to go to the post office with her. Another reason this movie is so bad is the relationship between Anakin and Padme. The viewer really has to suspend their disbelief to accept the fact that they're in love. Now, there is a theory that Anakin is subconsciously using the Force to influence Padme to fall in love with him, which would make sense. If it wasn't just a theory, you can't use that to defend the movie, if it's not true. So instead, we have to force ourselves, to believe that Padme fell in love with Anakin after this.
Well, then they should be made to.
By whom? Who's gonna make them?
I don't know. Someone.
You?
Of course not me.
But someone.
Someone wise.
Sounds an awful lot like a dictatorship to me.
Well, if it works.
And this.
And not just the men, but the women. And the children, too. They're like animals, and I slaughtered them like animals. I hate them.
And the dialogue between them is just awful. Something I find funny is the fact that George Lucas has gone on record in saying that Star Wars is a film for 12-year-olds.
But, it's a film for 12-year-olds.
And while I and millions of other people disagree with that, he did create the franchise, so he can basically say whatever he wants. But you can't say that it's a film for kids and have writing that rivals Shakespeare in tone. That's like if Scarface came out and it was billed as the greatest kids film of all time. My final main issue is the fact that it's just not memorable. At least for anything good. The other prequel films have Darth Maul and all his dual-bladed goodness, massive dogfights in space, and a climactic duel on a planet of lava. Attack of the Clones doesn't really have anything to that scale of excitement. I mean, I like the fight between Jango Fett and Obi-Wan. All the Jedi storming the Geonosian arena is pretty cool. Yeah, that's about it. You know, this used to be my favorite Star Wars movie, simply due to the fact that it had clones in the title. I just like the clones, if you couldn't already tell. But after growing up and becoming a bit more critical when I watch films, I can safely say that this film is horrible. And that's why Attack of the Clones is the worst Star Wars film of all time. And with that all said, I'm Easily Easy, and I'll see you next time.